Surveys, they can be absolutely crucial for you to generate and collect user feedback, use that data to benefit your page further down the line, and they can also just be a bit of fun, something engaging for people to get involved with on your WordPress page. So before we jump into the plugins, let's have a quick look at what we actually want from a WordPress plugin. We need it to be easy to use. That's goes without saying. But with it being easy to use, you don't want to lose features. We want to be able to generate really visually appealing, compelling survey forms so that people are more likely to fill them out and so we can get across the right message. And probably most importantly, we want to be able to get data from these forms in an easy to use manner. We want good reporting, because if you're doing a survey and you're gathering loads of data, what uses that data if you can't actually implement it somewhere? So really solid reporting is really important. Our first choice should come as absolutely no surprise, because it's quite simply the best forms plugin on WordPress, and it is WPForms. WPForms is going to allow you to create engaging survey forms with features like conditional logic, multi-page forms, custom notifications, and you can even add an email integration. And you're really going to be able to tailor these forms to your very specific needs with all kinds of options, drop-down boxes, fill-in boxes, check boxes, whatever it is that you need, you're going to be able to create it with WPForms. And as I said, it's going to be pretty easy to do. With all that said, our standout feature for WPForms is none of those things, despite the fact they're great. It is the reporting. The data that you can gather and the way that it's going to be presented in a really digestible form with really great graphs and charts, really solid information for you to be able to use, is absolutely a game changer for your website. And just for the reporting alone, it's pretty much worth giving WPForms a look. WPForms is also fantastic value for money and can be used on an enterprise level. You don't have to go for something like SurveyMonkey. WPForms is going to be able to do that for you and provide you the data and not charge you an absolute fortune. Next up, we have user feedback, and this is by Monster Insights, and it's going to allow you to ask questions in a really sleek pop-up form in order to generate responses and generate information. User feedback really does excel in that simplicity. It's going to give you some ready-made templates for various survey types, such as website feedback or e-commerce store surveys. And one of its standout features is its easy targeting rules. It's going to allow you to customize where and when your surveys appear on your WordPress site. And you're going to get some really nice and simple reporting features so you can get the data you want in real time and very easily. User feedback by Monster Insights is also great value. It's going to give you unlimited questions and responses. However, if you're a really advanced user, the customization options for the pop-ups might be a little bit limited, but it's still a great tool. If you're looking for a simple way to get quick, actionable insights, then user feedback is a no-brainer and well worth checking out. If you are looking for something more advanced, then Formidable Forms might be well worth checking out. Formidable Forms is really versatile. It's going to allow you to create any type of form, including surveys, and you've got a really wide range of popular field types, things like Likert scales, star ratings, and multiple choice questions. One thing that we really like about Formidable Forms are the advanced form solutions, things like quizzes and calculators that can be used instead of just a standard form type. They're really engaging, you're more likely to get responses, and they look really, really professional. Formidable Forms is really popular. It's got some fantastic advanced features and it's got nearly everything you need covered. However, if you are a beginner, you might find Formidable Forms a bit too much. The learning curve can be really steep, and while it's great, it might not be what you want to start with. But if you want a really comprehensive form building solution, Formidable Forms is well worth looking at. If you are looking for something with a little bit more simplicity, that's a little bit more user-friendly than maybe Formidable Forms, then Gravity Forms is well worth looking at. And that really is one of the key features of Gravity Forms. It's going to make things nice and easy for you, and it's not going to get too complex at any stage of the process. Now, that does occasionally lead to a downside. For example, in your reporting, the reporting from Gravity Forms is going to lack any kind of graphical reporting You're just going to get pure numbers. But if simplicity is what you want, this really is one to look at. Now, in order to make the most of Gravity Forms, you're also going to need the survey add-on to go with the form. Otherwise, it's not really going to be of any use to you in this particular context. And that is actually only available with the Elite plan. So there's no way of getting any kind of survey information while using one of the cheaper plans. But that doesn't mean that Gravity Forms doesn't have a place here. If you're prioritizing efficiency and simplicity, then it's well worth looking. It might be right up your street. Sometimes the best way for you to get people to take part in surveys and things like that is through pure engagement, and quizzes might be a really good way of doing that. So the Quiz and Survey Master does exactly what it says right there. It's a Quiz and Survey Master, and it's a really good way of getting information through engagement. A couple of standout features are the multi-page surveys. They can be really powerful and they look great as well. And also we really like the ability to send an email on completion of a survey. Now, obviously this can just be an email to say, thank you for taking part, which is always well received. Or alternatively, this can be used to direct people potentially to a certain page of your WordPress site. So you're actually starting to move people from your survey back into your site, and maybe you're looking at boosting conversions at that particular point as well. It all starts to work together pretty holistically. And as we said, engagement can be really powerful. So things like the interactive quiz features and leaderboards and scoring, they can really enhance that user engagement. The base plugin here is free, which is great. However, as we said at the start, reporting is really, really important. And in order to get the advanced reporting here, you do need to add one of the premium add-ons. Now, it's not necessarily a huge problem, but don't be afraid of adding it because you're probably really going to want that reporting data. Quiz and Survey Master had a free option, and if budget is something that you are particularly concerned about, then you should definitely check this out. This is a very simple plugin, but it's going to give you some great information, and it is WP Polls. WP Polls is a straightforward way to collect poll responses using radio buttons or checkboxes. Now, it does lack a form builder, but it serves as a really budget-friendly option for people just looking to gather poll data. So it's a really great budget-friendly option, but if you're looking for advanced features, this probably isn't for you. So there's a whole range of things that you can do there in terms of what type of poll and survey you're offering, and also in terms of how deep you want your analytics to go, how much information you need, and how much you need to customize. So choose carefully, choose exactly what you need for your particular page, and of course we recommend WPForms. If you want a little bit more information about that, then click this video right here. But I've been James, I hope you've enjoyed it, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.